You might want to get a guide if you're not familiar with the area. Interfere with the mixing process if you don't keep your voice down. You might want to get a guide if you're not familiar with the area.
Good roll. All right, maybe I'll take one more day off and knock out the rest of the work once I'm feeling up to it.
Interfere with the mixing process if you don't keep your voice down. You might want to get a guide.
Okay, hello, mic check, test, 1, 2, 3. Alright, looks like it's working. Let me go ahead and I'll lower the in-game volume here. There we go. I've been playing Diablo 4 for a while today, so I may mess up what buttons I'm supposed to press. Okay, so a couple things. I see that there is a new event starting, or quest, or something. So I would like to maybe start that up today, but for the most part... Oh gosh, she's so beautiful. Anyway, for the most part, I saw some videos recently talking about the new banners, so I know that the information is out now. Oh, I keep forgetting about this. I really need to get on that. Okay, so I can't show this on stream because I don't have, actually my coworker was telling me about this, and he mentioned that all I would need is a capture card, and I need to download OBS. I think I mentioned that on a previous stream before, but I don't have that, so all you're going to see is a paused screen, but what I'm actually looking at is the update information, so the, what you may call it, the notices. So I'm actually looking at that, and it opens up a new window on the PS5, so the PS5 can't stream multiple windows or whatever, or internet windows, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't stream that, it only streams what's in the game. So, sorry, anyway, but I'll be going over what I see. So right now I'm reading the update summary. They still haven't fixed the whole Yalan issue with the alpha pose or whatever. As of August 14th, fixed an issue whereby there is a localization error in German for the recommended tag description of Battlefield 2. Okay, I don't care about that. Update resources related to subsequent events. Okay. So, events. The new banners are already out, and one of the characters is someone that I want to see 6 in the future. Not now, but in the future. And that is Chaska. Now, one thing I will say, I'm not going to go ahead and do a banner review. I'd rather wait till the banners are actually out for that. Maybe. Or maybe I should just do it now. I don't know if there's going to be content for me to want to stream to even do a banner review. I don't know. I'll talk a little bit about it. So Molani is someone I don't have, and I don't regret not pulling for, but I kind of wish I did have, just to have another Hydro character that is like a main DPS, because I don't think I have a main DPS Hydro character. that being an on-fielder who is a Hydro character. I know some people, they think main DPS and they think of like, oh, the character that's contributing the most to your team or something like that. Well, when I say main DPS, I mean the one that you're controlling for the majority of the time. So, henceforth, you're on-fielder. So Milani is someone that I kind of wish I did pull for or got. I don't remember if I pulled for her or not, but whatever the case, I just don't have an on-fielder that's a Hydro character that can do like really strong impactful reactions. I have Yelan at C6, but that doesn't make her an on-fielder. It makes her really good on-field, but it doesn't make her an on-fielder, so there's a difference. She's still at her core a sub-DPS, and that's how I usually use her. And I'll still fire off her breakthrough barbs and stuff like that, either towards the end of the rotation or right at the beginning, and then switch to my on-fielder. So, Milani, on the other hand, she has really good, like, nuke potential. And with all the characters that I have gotten from Natlan, I kind of wish I did get her. But I also really want Chaska C6 in the future. So getting a constellation here and there, it would be really nice. I will say this, though, I have had terrible luck pulling for Natlan characters. It wasn't until the very end where I pulled for Skirk, who isn't a Natlan character. She just happened to come out during the Natlan, whatchamacallit. Okay, so there's patch, there's update, there's banner phase. I had the terms before I started streaming today, and I forgot what it's called. So it's the 5.0 or Natlan chapter? No, that's not right. It's like a synonym for chapter, or like this version. I think it's version. It's the 5-point version or something like that, or version 5.0 or whatever. The Natlan version, and then you have update or patch 5.1, etc. So yeah, anyway, the terms aside, ever since version 5. Whatever has started, the Natlan Saga chapter arc has begun, I just had terrible luck. It wasn't until Skirk came along that I actually got some really good pulls. And then here's the thing. I'm currently at potentially capturing Radiance. Here's what I mean by that. I have lost the last two 50-50s. While the last 50-50 loss came quick, it was still a loss. So if I lose the next 50-50, I'm not going to squander my wishes to try to pull for the next guaranteed 5-star, because even though I know, or on a Natlan character, I meant to say on a Natlan character, because even though I've lost my 50-50 and it's like, oh, well, if I just keep going, I'll get the guarantee, I kind of want to see who's up next and see if it's worth getting like Constellation 1 of that character, and just hoping to snag like 2 copies early. I don't think it's going to happen, and honestly, I'd rather just save my Primogems until a few characters come out for Nodcry. But I don't know yet. I don't have Inefa, and apparently the next character is supposed to be really good with Inefa, and I'm like, ah, crap. So I kind of just want to save my pulls for someone else. But I really would like to get like an early Milani or an early Constellation Chaska. Now, that being said, I will say the 4 stars on here might be good, depending on what your account looks like. If you need Aoife to have like a nice taser driver, hence being, oh, driver is another word you could use for the on-fielder. Anyway, if you need a character that drives the reactions for like taser or for electro charge, Aoife's not bad. Yeah, he's a 4-star, but his his passives are kind of built for electro charge, and you can actually put VV on him and give Aurora and Scroll of Cinder City, and it will actually drive taser reactions, like the how you say it. I think that Scroll I can't remember actually. Does it give you a damage buff or does it shred defenses? I'm always messing that up. Oh, VV shreds defense. Scroll buffs damage. So, electrocharge damage. So if you have a pretty good character as your other sub DPS, let's say Hydro, like Yelan, Auroran can hold Scroll, have a reaction with Hydro, and then Yelan's Hydro damage would be better as a result. I don't know who your flex spot would be. It could be an Effa, but whatever. And then you have Aoife as your on-fielder, kind of like you would with Chaska, and you would just drive more of the electrocharge reactions. So it's just there's some potential there for some interesting 4-star teams if you didn't have the characters already. Also, Auroran's pretty good at just being there to drive reactions with Scroll of Cinder City. He's not the premier overload sub DPS character or anything like that, but even though his talents are more electrocharge focused, you can still use him on an overload comp just fine. Then there's Bennett. I mean, what is there that hasn't been said already about Bennett? What is there to say that hasn't already been said? That's what I meant to say. God, I can't think. I just ate and I'm like really full. Damn. Anyways. So, Bennett, the real Pyro Archon, and confirmed, spoiler alert, if you haven't done the quest line so far for the current events, click off or mute me for the next 10 seconds or something. Starting in 3, 2, 1, now. So it turns out Bennett is from Natlan, so it's not too far to say that he's the true Pyro DPS Archon, whatever. He's the true Pyro Archon. Okay, hopefully the 10 seconds are up and I'm done with that spoiler. Okay, so anyway, yeah, Bennett has some very good potential to be like one of your best supports, if not the best support in the entire game. Still driving so many different teams, so many good carries are attack focused. Arlecchino, Malwika, for example, Ayaka. Yes, Bennett and Ayaka is a thing for some people. Eula, there's so many on-fielders that are attack carries or attack percent or whatever, attack stat carries. I just saw a random person running outside and it's so late, it's so dark. But they look like they're doing like a casual jog or something. Anyway, that was random. So Bennett is just a really good carry, and it just so turns out that, well, I got distracted again. I'm sorry. I got to stop looking out my window. It just so happens that Bennett is on the banner where Chaska is on banner as well. And, well, Chaska's good with Bennett. It's one of her best supports because of the buff. And her skill lets her fly above enemies. So even if you're trying to do like circle impact or whatever, you can kind of just hover above them and it's really hard for them to hit you. And you can still remain in his circle while moving around, like dodging their attacks without any effort. So they work really well together. And you can put them on just about any set. Instructor with Sapwood Blade, for example, for like reaction-based teams. You can put them on Noblesse Oblige, that's the most common one. Energy Recharge Sands, HP Goblet, Crit Rate or Healing Bonus Circlet, and boom, you've got yourself a build. Maiden's Beloved or whatever it's called for healing. If you're, let's say you're using him with Farina and you're just using him as your sole healer. Not many people do that, but you can, and he can actually heal you past 70%. Just because of how much healing he'll do, he'll top you up. If you're just below 70%, he'll top you up to 100. Easy. So, yeah, he can be built in many different ways. So, pretty good banner, I would say. Pretty good 4 stars, especially since Aurora and Aoife, while they're not the best 4 stars in the world, I'm sure that a lot of people don't have constellations for them just yet. So, it'd be a nice time to get constellations for them. Chaska's a pretty good DPS. Oh, excuse me. She's proven her worth in the new endgame mode, Stygian Onslaught, because she's mostly single target, and Stygian Onslaught is mostly single target. Mulani, on the other hand, is not got that many use cases, but she's also very good in single target. She's she's one of the top DPSs in the game right now, so far beyond what Shotska can do. So, yeah, Molani also really good for this banner. She's not a taser character, and she doesn't work with Bennett at all. So it kind of sucks that there's no supports on here or no 4-stars that synergize with her. But they've already been featured on all the other banners that came before this one. So if you haven't gotten someone like Xiangling, for example, then what the hell have you been doing? But yeah, no, Molani's easy to build as well. Just put her on that set whose name I forget right now, Codex, Obsidian Codex. Anyway, yeah, just build her on Obsidian Codex. You can use Candice as a support, because Candice won't really be stealing vapes from you or anything like that. You just pop Candice's ult and you have extra normal attack damage buff, and that can go a long way, and as a result you can save Farina for a different team. And then you can use someone like Xiangling or Dia or anybody else really that can drive pyro-related reactions. For example, you could use Dia, Xiangling, and or Emily. I was going to say Nahida or Emily. I said that wrong. So Dia, Xiangling, or Dia or Xiangling, I can't think. And Emily or Nahida, and then a flex spot like Candice, for example. And you have yourself a decent team, because you don't need Xiangling to be doing her Pyronado. But once her burst is up, it's like, great, I have Pyronado up. And then if you're using Emily or Nahida, then Xiangling can hold Deepwood, while Emily uses the Revelry set, the Burning set. Or if you're using Nahida, you could just put Emblem on Xiangling and it's still fine. So there's a lot of different ways that you can build Molani's teams. The premier team is probably going to be Shilonen, Malwika, and someone else. I don't know who else you would use on the team. Maybe Sitlali? I don't know. Some people say Sitlali is really good with her, but I feel like that would mess vapes up. I don't know. But if you're using Malwika, then yeah, it's like, might as well. Because Malwika's team is always composed of like Shilonen or Yunsun with C6 and Sitlali. So yeah, that's another team that you can run. But yeah, if you don't have those characters, just run like a Dendro, a Pyro, and then Candice. Just a Dendro, a Pyro, and Candice. Candice is just so good because of the buffing of normal attacks. I would not use someone like Ayato. I know he buffs normal attacks too with his burst, but I would not use Ayato. He would definitely steal vapes with his burst, whereas Candice's burst really only works when you're switching characters. So it's harder for Candice to steal vapes. C6 Candice, on the other hand, might steal vapes. Okay, anyways, all that's to say, I want to pull in the next banners, but I'm not going to be pulling like crazy. What I'm going to be doing today, however, is now I'm taking a look at my Primogem cat. That's not my Primogems. There's my Primogem cat. So I am currently at 11,859. That means that I think I'm at 70 pulls with just Primogems alone. Let me check. I always have to redo this in my head. 50 is 8,000. 9,600 is 60 pulls. And then, yeah, 11,200. Okay, 11,200 is 70 pulls. So, I am about 1,000 short of 80 pulls. Wow, that's crazy. Let me see, 11,200 plus 1,600. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, 12,800 is 80 pulls. Man, I'm getting better at remembering this. Okay, anyway, so I'm 1,000 off, and if we look at Spiral Abyss, it's coming up soon. So I know it says a day and 7 hours, but I'm gonna say 2 days from now, Spiral Abyss will have reset. And if we look at the banners right now, we have 4 days left at the banner. So I could theoretically do Spiral Abyss, get 800 Primogems, and in those 2 days that I'm waiting for Spiral Abyss to refresh, I'll have gotten 300 Primogems from commissions and Welkin Moon. So that's gonna be enough to get up to 80 pulls. And that's without the Intertwined Fates that I'm sitting on. That's pretty cool. I mean, I know I had less than 20 pulls going into this banner phase, so that means I saved up around 70 pulls worth. And not counting what I already had. So that's, yeah, I mean, damn, this 5.8 first banner phase really had a good amount of content. And then there's not even, I'm not even considering the fact that there's currently a new event to do, only 10 days though, that's kind of sucks. But yeah, there's a new event, so this is like 420 Primogems right there, when it's all available. So yeah, I'll go ahead and start this quest, and once I'm done with the quest and whatever's available as far as what you can do with this event, I'll go ahead and do my 20 pulls that I had been planning on doing. I'm probably gonna do it on Citlali instead of Inefa. I don't know. Like, I kind of want to try it on Inefa just to get a new character to level up, but I don't know. It would be cool if I got closer to C2 Citlali. I only have C0 right now, but you know, if I got an early con, it would be cool if I, you know, was, yeah, one off from C2 for the next rerun that she's on. But yeah, I don't really see myself snagging a 5-star right now. I don't think my luck can get that good. So yeah, if I count my pity right now, I believe I'm at 20? Yeah, I'm at 20 pity. So I don't see it happening. Alright, so what I'm going to do first, we're going to go to the teapot. God, it's hot in my room. We're going to go to the teapot, grab my stuff. I'll do Stygian Onslaught. Maybe I'll do that in co-op. And then I'll start the quest. And we'll just take it from there. So for now, I'm going to go ahead and mute myself so I can turn my fan on, because I really need that fan. I am dying! Ooh, I almost capped on the friendship thing just now. Glad I didn't wait too long on that. God, it's so freaking hot. I'm also doing my laundry right now, so I got one load in the dryer left, and then I'm done. Gotta love my days off. Okay, muting now.
If we've got nothing else to do, why don't I tell you a story?
to command.
Look alive!
Accelerating. Insulation chamber deployed. Annihilate. Defensive mode engaged. Hold on. Mine. Insulation chamber deployed. Ultimatum protocol.
Allow me! Get to work!
Quietly now.
Defensive mode engaged.
Shine down!
Busted.
There is no escape!
These are about to get dicey.
You two! Time to end this!
Annihilation.
Alright, I just heard the dryer go off, and that was way too quick, so I'm gonna put an extra 20 minutes on there. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Still gonna mute myself, but I'm back.
Different identities to choose from.
occasion. A dash of frost. Fearless. Paradigm shift.
Yeah, I just can't beat 7 seconds. On the one hand, I'm mad that I got energy recharge. On the other hand, I'm happy I got a max roll crit damage to bring it up to 14 from 6.2. But that crit rate. So this has the potential of being somewhat decent. Let me see what Gaming already has. Because right now he's my only Marashise Hunter user. Outside of using Farina with an attack scaler. Because I only have an attack sands. Or attack sands in general. As you can see here. Oh well, I do have an EM sands. I forgot about that one. 3-line start though. Okay, going back to the feather. I mean, it does have attack percent, and this is what I currently have in terms of feathers that are really good, so... Oh shit, never mind, I also have this. I don't think I want to roll this anymore. Damn, okay, yeah. Well, this was a 3-line start, and it did miss 1 roll. So this still has the potential of being decent. I would love to get some more crit rate on that, and then maybe 1 more roll in crit damage. Let's see how it happens, huh? Let's see what happens. I can't believe I had that many feathers that were decent, and I forgot about them. Do I have enough to get +2 without... Nah, damn, I have to go into the blues. I've got the blues. Just enough. Alright. And that's fucked. Yeah, no, I'm not rolling that anymore. That's unfortunate, but yeah, it's a 3-line start, so it's not even worth rolling it to reshape it later. So, yeah. Bye-bye. Okay, I just remembered there is still something I was gonna do. I was gonna wait until after the quest, but... Damn it, I hit the wrong button there. Or I chose the wrong thing. Chlorand. We got 1 more test. We have been so disappointed up till now. And the sad thing is, it might still be disappointing. Because it already has 3 guaranteed or dedicated roles in the stats that I would normally choose for this piece. God. I feel like this is going to be such a failure. So let's just rip the band-aid off. Let's reshape it. And it should be 3 rolls, like guaranteed at this point. Oh! I don't want to do it, but I did say after this, I will save up to 20, and then I'll do my next set of feathers after I reach 20, but only after this, so... I don't want to do it. I don't want to waste them. Alright, but I have to do this for science. I need to see if the test is true here. So I already know for a fact that whatever your base roll was will always remain the same. Reshaping it doesn't change the base roll value of the crit rate. Because every time I roll this fucking artifact, I've gotten 5.4 crit rate every single time. It's always been worse. So I know for a fact it always starts at 2.7, which sucks! But that is the base crit rate that I have on this circlet. Currently, it had a 3.1 roll to go with that 2.7, and that's why I have 5.8. The attack damage rolls, while not great, every time I've reshaped it, the attack percent that I have right now was better. And then I think I got energy recharged one time. But anyways, yeah, here we go. Oh, I don't want to do it, but it's for science. I need to see if like what it's gonna look like down here afterwards. I really need to see what this is gonna look like. Am I just automatically getting the ×4 right now, or is it just gonna give me another +3? Here we go. I'm pretty sure it's +3, but here we go. Oh, okay, here we go. Or is it +4 in the next one? Ah, I don't know. I don't know. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Damn it, I forgot about that. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. Fuck you! Oh my god! Oh, that's so bad! Wait, why is my crit rate 2.7? Oh, wait, no, I read that wrong. It's always been 2.7. Oh, what a piece of shit! Oh, I knew it! Oh, I fucking knew it! Oh, what a fucking waste! Holy shit! That was so bad. Oh, what a piece of fucking shit! This game fucking sucks, man! Oh my god. I am so done with this circlet. I am so done. This is a cursed fucking piece. I have not gotten a single increase on crit rate in 3 reshapes. 3! Ah! God damn it! Oh my god, I'm shaking how pissed I'm at. God, I can't even talk. I'm so pissed off. Oh god. Don't be me, just save your fucking feathers until there's an update that changes how this shit works, man. Because right now it sucks. Oh god. I shouldn't have shouted. Oh my god, this is terrible. This is actually fucking terrible. I don't know how I got so lucky with Skirk and her artifacts, and then Cloran, I get so unlucky. Oh man. Rip off the band-aid, piece of shit. Well, there it is. So there's the test. Okay, so the next reshape, I'm pretty sure, is going to be 2, just +2 or whatever. And once this one fills up, the third reshape will be +4. So the first 2, I don't think it's going to be +3. I think the first 2 are going to be +2. Oh my god. And that's the sad part about circlets, man, is that you need to just get lucky when you get the circlet. Because reshaping a circlet, it's just not worth it. It is just not worth it. The fact that you have one stat, even though it's the stat that you want, but you still have that one stat that it could roll all into that one stat. If this was crit damage, that would have been so huge. That would have been so good. But because this is attack percent and the crit damage is the main stat, this was terrible. So don't waste your dusts on the circlets. Use them on your sands, your goblets, maybe even your feathers and your flowers. But anything that you can get 2 crit stats on, that's where you want to use them. Don't use them on the circlets. Use Sanctifying Elixir for your circlets, but don't use the fucking dust for your circlet. It's just not worth it. Oh my god. I have a headache. Okay. Now with that said, let me see how many Sanctifying Elixirs I have. Where are you at? Okay, so I have 10. And I kind of wanted to save up to 20 on these as well. I know we can get at least one guarantee now from Battle Pass and Theater. So that's only 2. That's only 2. Oh, wait, no. And the typewriter. The little typewriter gizmo gadget thing. Never mind. So that's 3. If you have Battle Pass, or if you buy Battle Pass, you can get 3 elixirs per cycle. And with Dust of Enlightenment, you can get... Well, let's see. Is it 4? I think it's 4. So let's see. Challenge rewards. So you get 2 here, if you can clear Fearless. And you get 1 from using resin in the Stygian Onslaught. So that's 3. And then you get 1 from the Battle Pass. So unless they give you another one in other ways, it's always just 3 per. That sucks. So you get 3 dusts and 3 elixirs per cycle. And because Hoyo devs are fucking stingy ass fucks, and stingy as fuck, I doubt that they're gonna come out with new ways to get more elixirs and whatnot. Oh man, the anniversary rewards better have like 10 of each or something, I tell you. Alright, so this is what I'm gonna do. It's gonna take me forever to get 20 dusts. So for this cycle, and every cycle until I have the same amount of dust as elixirs or close to it, I'm just gonna use 3 elixirs. And I'm gonna try to get Clorana better circlet. I hate to do that, but yeah, I am not using any more feathers on that circlet. I'd rather just use the elixirs on the circlet. So here we go. We're gonna go circlet. Why can't I get into that slot over there? Affix selection. Oh, that's how you do it. Okay, main affix. It's gonna be crit damage, and then I'm gonna do attack percent and crit rate. Here we go, confirm. 3 elixirs. What are we gonna get? Why does it keep doing this to me? I thought that the next button press was gonna be... Okay. 3 elixirs. What are we gonna get? Three-liner with energy recharge. Better crit rate. And I don't know what my attack percent was before. But a 3-liner. It never fails. I always get a 3-liner with the fucking elixirs, man. I don't think I've gotten a single 4-liner. Maybe I have and I just forgot. Let me see. What was Yai Miko's circlet? Hold on a sec. Sure, hers was a... Yeah, this was an elixir one. Yeah, this was a 3-liner as well. Now look at that crit rate from 1 roll. 1 roll! I got 7.8. That's awesome. Why can't they all be like that? But yeah, no, even this was a failure when you look at it. Because 1 roll in attack percent, didn't even get 10%. I mean, close, but didn't even get 10%. 1 roll in crit rate, which was a good roll, but only 1. And then 2 missed rolls and a 3-liner. So, yeah, Elixir just hasn't been kind to me. I don't expect much from this circlet that I just rolled, but we'll see how it goes. Damn. Alright. We wanted to get to plus 16 right away. Alright, let's do another blue. There we go. Alright, here we go. Damn it! Why do I keep forgetting about that? Alright, here we go. Now, times 2 bonus, and there it is. Same bullshit. I got... oh my god. Are you fucking kidding me right now? This can't be happening to me. I think I might end the stream, guys. So you're telling me that with 3 reshapes and a sanctifying elixir, I got the same fucking stats? The same stats! As a matter of fact, this one's worse because the crit rate is only 0.4 more, but it has less attack damage. It's worse! But it's... oh my god! What is this? How is this possible? What the fuck, man? This is a 4-line start, and it's barely better than this 3-line sanctifying elixir piece. I wanna punch something. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm getting a fucking migraine just thinking about it. What the fuck? What is this bullshit luck? Should I let's just get the 20 rolls out of the way right now. I know I'm not gonna get anything on the banner. Oh my god. Oh, I want to hit something. I don't have anything I want to hit that I don't want to break anything. I'm too old to be doing stupid shit like that. Holy fuck, this is terrible. Do I bother with it? It's technically got better crit rate, but like, I don't think it's worth losing the attack percent. Even though it's only 3%, it's still... like, I feel like the roll value on this one, even the flat attack is better, and even the energy recharge is better. Believe it or not, Claran actually does like using her burst. Oh my god. It doesn't even take me to 72. Like, if I equip this, I'm not even at 72 crit rate. Oh my god, man. I just wanted like 2 rolls of crit rate. That's all I wanted, was like 2 rolls. That's it. That's all I was hoping for, was 2 rolls. 2 rolls! That would have gotten me so close to 80%. I can't. Oh my god. I'm so sad right now. What are the stages of grief? Is it like 10 stages, or is that something else? Or is that acceptance or something? Or is acceptance one of the stages? I can't remember, but I'm in that shit right now. My head hurts. What a waste. What a fucking waste, man. Oh, but the sanctifying elixirs are so good. They make it so much more faster to try to get the goblet or the piece of your dreams. Sanctifying elixir has not given me a single good piece yet. I mean, I've only gotten 3-liners, and every single time I've rolled them, they've gotten me just the 2 guaranteed stats. That's it! That's all I ever get. I don't understand how people get so fucking lucky with these things, and I'm always just getting so terribly unlucky with them. Oh my god. Yeah, I don't want to use them on Yolan either. Oh my god. Maybe there's a Skirk artifact I can try to make. Oh god. That's 4. That would put me at 3 left. Yeah, so that would be... I don't want to keep trying today. I'm so done. Oh, look at that. Jesus. I don't have a single good circlet for her. Oh, but that was a 4-line star. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's so sad. Oh. Let's mark that. It's a 4-line start. That's got no good subs. That's a 3-line start, no good subs. Yeah. This got a single roll and crit damage. And the sad part is, if I use Sanctifying Elixir to get Skirk a new circlet, it could still be worse. I would choose crit damage and attack percent, and it could still go all attack percent and have like 5.4 crit damage at a baseline or something. 3-line start or some shit like that. That would be my luck. That would be my luck. So, what does Arlecchino have? Oh my god, her circlet isn't even shimmering. Technically, Cloran's circlet is better for Arlecchino. Like, this one's actually, like, got the shimmer gold effect. Oh, that's so fucking sad, man. That is so depressing. So let's see what happens. When I switch this, what am I at? That's terrible. No, that's... that's freaking terrible. This wasn't any better. 3-line start. Yep, that's what I thought. I suppose I could try for a new goblet. This one did get 3 rolls in the crit rate, but not even 30 CV. That's depressing, man. Yeah, I missed a single roll in attack percent, but those crit rolls were really low. That's 4 crit rate rolls if you're looking at it. It says 3, but that means it started with 3. Obviously, it started with crit rate, but I mean, you had your crit rate and crit damage, and then I got 3 rolls into crit rate after the fact. And it still didn't get above 30 CV. Like, how am I this unlucky with Sanctifying Elixir? And this was the one I made after they came out with the patch that marks the ones that you've used Sanctifying Elixir on. This one was way worse. I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna use them. That way I have the same amount of elixirs as I do dusts, which is 0. So we're gonna go with... I can't use my elixirs on Whimsy again because I just used it for Cloran because Hoyoverse thought, oh, you know, we're gonna limit you to one use, one artifact per set or whatever. Oh my god. Alright, so I want crit rate for Skirk. And then attack percent crit damage. I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, here we go. I'm just gonna do it. I don't even want to roll it. What did I just say was gonna happen? 5.4 crit damage. Didn't I say that? Didn't I say that that was just about to happen? That I was just about to roll something and get all attack percent rolls and it crit. Well, let's just fucking get it over with. I already know it's coming. Let's just do it. Yeah, we already know what's gonna happen. Let me go ahead and oh, I should have. Okay, hold on. I was gonna use that one circlet that it was terrible, this one, and feed it into the new one. So yeah, let's just rip off the band-aid, right? Why not? What a piece of shit. What a fucking joke. Yep, I called it. I fucking called it. Let's just get it over with, right? How did I fucking know that was gonna happen? Oh god. I almost used one of the little high potions for like 2 points of XP. What'd I tell you? What'd I fucking tell you? How did I fucking know that? How did I know that was gonna happen? That's because everything is fucking predetermined in this goddamn forsaken video game. And what sucks is that that's a fucking 4-liner. So it's like I need to keep it to see if the potential gets better later on. And that's what really fucking sucks. Oh god, I hate this game. I hate this fucking game. And it's bullshit. Now who do I use the goblet for? I have 4 sanctifying elixir left. It's got to be a goblet for somebody. Who do I use it for? I know I'm not going to get better than this. I know I'm not going to get better than this. And on a Farina team, this is better overall. Alright, what characters do I see myself using the most in the future? Should I do it on Chaska? That's a 4-liner. Do I have this marked? I don't. Yeah, let me just... I could just roll this one. Or reshape this one. Substats are pretty ass, though. EM and energy recharge would have been nice. Who else? You know what? I'm gonna do it on Emblem because even if I can't give it to my Raiden, even if it's not an improvement for Raiden, it would still mean having an onset goblet for Beto. Potentially. If once I get to the point of switching her goblet or her build to Emblem. And Beto is my favorite character, so let's do it for Beto. Oh, okay. That's a piece. 4-line start too. Okay. No energy recharge is disappointing, but I don't think Beto has energy recharge right now. If I look at it. Yeah, I don't have energy recharge on this, so it wouldn't be like a loss in that sense. I don't have any more pieces I can sacrifice, I don't think. Well, let's look. Let's kind of go through my plus 20s. God, there's so many artifacts here that are low level. Okay, so Nope. Definitely not that one. Good energy recharge. And it has HP. Why am I not using this on my Kokomi? Do I actually have something better right now? Interesting. Maybe this was meant for Barbara or something. HP Goblet on Clam with barely any energy recharge. I haven't switched out my Goblet for Kokomi in so long, and I've never found myself using this on anybody else. So I'll sacrifice this one. Well, there's the 2 crit damage rolls. Attack percent though, that's not bad. Man, why can't I start at the top now? I wonder if there was a faster way of doing that. Oh well. I'm 1 off from leveling up to 20. Here we go, back down again. Alright. Well, that's a piece. So it started at 7.8 and it got up to 21. That means it got a 6.2 and a 7.8 again, which made it... No, wait, that's not right. It was at 7.8, so I got a 6.2, which brought it to 14, and then I got a 7, which brought it to 21. Then I got another 7.8. So this got really good rolls. It's unfortunate that it's not 40 CV, but it did get attack percent, and that's not terrible. The attack percent rolls, I don't know if they were good or not, but it did get almost 15 attack percent, which, roll value wise, this is really good. I might switch this to my Raiden now, if I'm being honest, because the attack percent goes a long way. Okay, we got something out of this. I lose some CV on my Raiden, but her crit... Oh man, her crit rate was really good too before this. Wait, hold on. Hold on a sec. 14. Hold on a second. Hey, what does this have? Oh, it has energy recharge though. I'd be sacrificing 2 energy recharge pieces. I would lose 12 crit damage here and gain 8 crit damage here. Let me see what I'm at. Okay, so I'm at 74 over 154. I'm definitely going to dip down. Ah, that sucks. Yeah, it's going to take a dive. It's going to go down below 70 if I do it. Ah, that's so sad. So I have to put on that other piece. Oh man. So 154 crit damage versus 162 and just never critting again. Not having... I don't even think I'm going to be above 270 energy recharge if I do this. Yeah, oh my god. Well, the positive side is I lost a little bit of crit damage, technically gained crit rate, and I lost a lot of energy recharge. It was like 12% or some shit. Or close to, let's say 10. I don't know. I don't remember what it was, but... Damn it. Monkeys. 6.5 there. And 5.8. Okay, it was 12. So yeah, about 12 energy recharge, give or take. No. Anyway, but the positive side of things, I now have an electro damage goblet, which is how she's meant to be run. So my Raiden before, let's check the good old Akasha. I'm just gonna get on the computer here, bring up my favorites. My little bookmarks or whatever. Oh, I'm not logged in anymore. I forgot that I signed off of this thing. Oh no! Wait, do I need to be logged into Akasha? Ah, shit. I think it's easier if I am, but... Let me just retype my IP here. Alright, what does it say that my write-in build is right now on Akasha? It says it's an attack percent goblet. Okay, so it hasn't refreshed yet to the Electro Goblet. Really quick, what is my circlet? Energy recharge. Yeah, that's not going to get any better. Okay, so it's top 2% taser teams, top 20,799. That's my rank in Akasha. Top 2% in taser team. The best taser team being Farina, Yelan, Jean, which is funny because that's pretty much how I ran that team. And that's the team that I was using for a while with Raiden. Like, I wasn't using Nahida or anything like that. And this, for some reason, this is assuming I have C2 Farina, which I don't. So now let's refresh this. It says last update 41 days ago. That's interesting. Okay, so now it shows my new little tag thing, or profile picture, and it still shows the attack goblet. How long does Akasha take to refresh? I have the goblet equipped, right? Yeah. Let me see. Do I still have her on my profile? Yeah, I sure do. Here's my write-in. Huh. Alright. Yeah, I just gotta wait and wait and wait. I don't expect my write-in to be really high rank or anything, but it's a decent stat spread. My energy recharge is bad now. Like, if you don't have 270 plus and you have engulfing lightning, that's not good. Typically, you want to have around 270 or more. This is right under, because engulfing lightning does give you 30 at R1. And so that makes it 300%, which means that when you burst, you get 75% damage bonus. I'm assuming that the moment you hit the button, you gain the 30% energy recharge, which then buffs your overall burst damage. If I'm wrong about that, and you only gain the benefit of the recharge after her first initial slash, which would be stupid, but if that was the case, then yeah, then you want to try to shoot for above 270 for sure. Even more so than when I was last saying it. Alright, let's refresh again. Good old Akasha. Oh, it says new now, and it has the electro damage bonus goblet. Okay, so, I mean, I think it does, because it says 114. Alright, now let's read it. Oh, shit! Okay! It says top 1% Raiden Hyper. So I'm no longer top 2% Farina, Taser. I'm top 1% Raiden Hyper with Kazuha, Bennett, and Kujo Sara. I don't even think that's her best team, but let's see, show leaderboards. Well, maybe that is her best teams. Let's see, there's Hyper Raiden, or yeah, Hyper Raiden Burst, average damage, 390k. Okay. National. I'm top 2% in Raiden National. It still says Xingsho Shangling on that. These are some old ass teams. Does Akasha not update the type of teams? And then double hydro burst average damage. So that's the taser one. Top 9% in Raiden Taser now. That's crazy. So the team that I was top 2% in before got so much worse because of the electro damage goblet. And it makes sense. It does make sense that that would be the case. But why not update this leaderboard to have different teams? Like, you could do Raiden with Farina, Yansan, and Jean for the healing, obviously. Or even Shen Yun. Right now it says Raiden, Farina, Yelan, Jean. Yansan would give you a good amount of damage bonus. Scroll would give you another 40% damage buff. I meant to say Yansan gives attack bonus, not damage bonus. Scroll would give the 40 damage bonus. I don't know if I said that before. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, Akasha, it's kind of ancient, man. Like, they need to update their teams. Like, Overload should be on there. I don't know why Raiden Overload isn't on there, but that could be another team to consider. But at least, yeah. Okay, cool. So this wasn't a total waste in terms of artifact. I finally got 2 4-liners in a row. One of them was fucking terrible, though. But I finally got 2 4-liners in a row. This one ended up being pretty good. Obviously, if one of those attack rolls went into crit rate, that would have been so good. I wouldn't have had to switch things around that much. But this is where we're at, so I'm just gonna have to deal with it. On the plus side, though, that feather that I was using, I could probably give that to my Yelan now. I mean, I would lose the HP, but getting that energy recharge is so big on my Yelan. So yeah, I don't know why I didn't mark this feather. Oh, that's why, because it was a 3-liner. Alright, anyway. So yeah, I think that's what I'll do. So I'll just do this, this, this. There we go. Mark that. And see, that was a 4-liner. Okay. So now let's see where my Yelan's at. Hey, that's what I wanted to see. Her HP did dip a bit. Let me see, is she nope, she's not solo Hydro on this team. So I think this would be below 30,000 again. Once I take out that secondary Hydro. Let's see what that looks like. Just put it on there. Alright, so let's give it 1, 2, 3, and then check. Oh no! Okay, I'm still above 30,000. Okay, that was okay then. This was worth it. Everything we just did was worth it. This is her best flower, even though I have HP percent on it. Let's do that. Wait, what? Why is this one the best one? Oh shit, that actually has every single stat that she needs. That's so funny. Okay, anyway. Yeah, this was worth it. And then this flower here, this is gonna be like a... Kujusaro is my placeholder for Beto, pretty much. Oh, I have this too! What the fuck? Where did that come from? I didn't know I had all these. Yuck. Meh. Okay, well anyways, yeah, this was totally worth it. I was not above 160 before an energy recharge, and now I am. I can get her burst in like just barely 3 skills. Like the 3rd skill is overcapping her energy, but this might make it closer to 2 skills with like 1 skill from a different Hydro character while she's off field, and don't have to swap back to her to collect the particles. So this could definitely be worth the change. And that crit rate, close to 90% crit rate. That's really good. What's she at right now? How is that still only 220 on the CB? Ah, God. Alright, so while I have Akasha up, now that I've switched Yelan, let me see what Akasha said for my Yelan before. It said top 2% burst, 150% ER. My best piece is the feather, according to Akasha. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. And then the flower is my next best piece. So my flower was... Let me go back to it. It was the one that Kujosara currently has equipped. So, now that I've switched the flowers, let's see, top 2% at 8,816. That was my rank. And it's just considering burst. There's no team. It's just, it has double hydro, a dendro, and an electro. It doesn't say what characters to use. So let's see what happens. Let's refresh. Did it refresh? Okay, there we go. Yep, it says new on Yulan right now. Oh, it went down. So my rank is better, but I'm top 3%. But it's it's a different category. It says top 3%. Yeah, my flower went down as well on the roll value. That sucks. It says C6 combo 160% ER. Wait, what? What kind of, huh? Huh. So if I look at the leaderboard for what I was at before, it was exquisite throw, double hydro, I believe. Although I think it just said burst. And I was at 150% ER at the time. Where's that one? So I'm top 4% in that category right now. But since I'm not at 150%, I have to look at the 160% category. Why is there so many categories for different ER values? Anyway, so right now I'm at top 3% for the previous category I was in, where I was top 2% before. But now I'm top 3% in a different category, and my ranking is slightly higher than it was in the other category. Like, what the fuck is this game? So she does slightly less damage, but I guess it's like she has more uptime, so I don't know. I don't know if it made that big a difference, but I like seeing the nice even number and it being over 160 energy recharge. That's a huge bonus for me, so I'll take it. The next time I roll a goblet for a character, it's gonna be Yulan, because I need to try to get a Hydro Goblet on set with crit, but hopefully with HP percent and or energy recharge. That would be the dream. This one is a 4-line start, so it's still really good, but I could use this on somebody else if I get a better one in the future. Alright, that's out of the way. Oh my god, I'm so freaking lightheaded. Wait, why does this say I have a lot of EM? Do I have a lot of EM on my Yulan? 82? What the fuck? I didn't expect that. Okay, well, I'm not exactly vaping, but yeah, Akasha has weird teams though. It says C6 combo, and it's got Mona, Kazuha, Zhongli. Why not Shilonen? Why not Farina? Why is it... And then Kazuha with Freedom Sworn VV. Why Freedom Sworn? Freedom Sworn only buffs... Well, okay, let me see what this does. Increases normal charge plunging attack damage by 30... Is that for the character or for every other character? Increased damage by 20%. When the character wielding this weapon triggers elemental reactions, they gain Sigil Rebellion. This effect can be triggered once every something seconds, and can be triggered when the character is not in the field. When you possess 2 Sigils of Rebellion, all of them will be consumed, and all nearby party members will obtain the Millennium... Okay, so everybody will gain this effect. Increased normal charge plunging attack damage by 32%. Ah, okay, because breakthrough barbs count as charge attack damage. So that's 32% extra charge attack damage. And then increase attack percent by 40%. I thought, I don't know why, but I thought that this sword was supposed to increase EM and attack percent. I didn't realize it gave normal charge plunging attack damage percent. Oh, fuck. And that's at R5? Oh, why is it even considering that? Akasha thinks I'm an uber whale when I'm not even close. Yeah, I only got an R1 Freedom Sworn. I would much rather, if I have Kazuha on my team, I'd much rather use Sipho's Moonlight. Like, according to the Akasha, this is the team I should be using. So it'd be Yelan. Where's Mona? Oh, she's a 5-star, duh, so it should be up here somewhere. There we go, Mona. And then Kaza. There we go. And then Zhongli. This is what it's telling me I should be using. So it doesn't say what Mona would use as an artifact set, so I'm guessing Emblem and maybe Favonius. It says Kazuha should be on Freedom Sworn and Viridis and Virenir, and then it doesn't say what Zhongli would be on either, so I'm guessing Archaic Petra is what I would put on my Zhongli. So this is the team that Akasha is saying that I'm top 3% right now with my Yelan. My energy recharge right now is 180 because of Kazuha having on R4 Sipho's Moonlight. That's way better than Freedom Sworn in my opinion. Yeah, I don't get the normal charge attack, damage bonus, whatever, but it's the breakthrough barbs, there's only 5 of them. Let's be real. It's not like Freedom Sworn buffs Yelan's overall damage. So this is just way better for the team. Obviously, Zhongli would be on Petra. And then Mona. Again, I don't know what I would use on Mona other than maybe Favonius. But she would definitely be on Emblem to burst often and at least get something out of her burst. But yeah, I would much rather use Shilonen than Zhongli on this type of team. Scroll of Cinder City plus healing, like, you can't go wrong. Akasha needs to update their shit, man. Oh, man. It's funny, though, because they did update their systems. Beidou didn't used to have a ranking, or at least my Beidou didn't used to have a ranking. Alright, what was I using before? Boom, and then I think I was on Escoge, and then Dahlia. There we go. Shut up, Dahlia. Okay, so not bad. I like the different changes that I've made so far to my Raiden and Yelan. I'm glad I finally have an Electro Damage Goblet. That actually rolled decently. According to Akasha, it's got a 720 roll value. So now my flower is not as good, but still decent. 560. My worst pieces are, funny enough, the circlet that has 29% crit damage and 5% energy recharge, and the goblet, not goblet, the sands. The sands was terrible though. So the sands has 13.2% crit damage, 7% crit rate, 9.9% attack damage, and 40 EM. It got one roll into every single stat, and I believe it was a 3-line start. Makes sense. So that's going to be the next thing that I shoot for my Raiden, is getting the energy recharge sands. Holy shit, man. Okay. With that said, I'm going to go ahead and get things started on the quest here. Once I've got things going on the quest and the characters start talking, I'm going to mute myself beforehand, but once I get that started, I'm going to grab my laundry and just let it play out. So, muting right now, and we're headed for the quest.
Wait, the person drinking tea over there. Isn't that Yelan? Ooh, looks like she's having some kind of tea party with friends. We're just in time. Aren't we gonna go say hi?
Well, Officer Edler, after all that work, I think we've got them this time. Might take a few days to wrap up things in the field. In the meantime, I think you've earned yourself a break.
Much appreciated, Miss Yelan. This case really took it out of me. 13 strongholds. One thieving weasel after another. We rounded up so many people, you almost start to hope a few were innocent, just to balance it out. I'm just glad we finally took down these crooks. Anyway, I'm gonna drop in on that old classmate of mine in Chaoying Village and reminisce about old times.
Don't forget to take some tea and dim sum back to your friends at the Maison Gardiennage.
Oh, looks like Yelan's friend left. Paimon kinda wanted to meet her.
Ah, another pleasant surprise. Traveler, Paimon, take a seat. Excuse me, a pot of your finest Yunlai white tea if you would, and 2 more place settings. Now, judging by that expression, I assume you came over to ask about the 2 spies that were just watching us.
Ah! Spies? What spies? There were spies around here just now?
Oh, more than that, I'm sure. I bet they already sent someone to tail Officer Edler. Anything to foil our operation.
Oh, so you're tracking down some criminals? They've got some nerve spying on you like that. Pretty bold if you ask Paimon.
Well, those tend to be the kinds of cases that cross my desk. If I could leave it to someone else, I would. I could have been on vacation right now. Mora laundering, to the tune of 10 figures and counting.
Laundry? What does that have to do with Mora? And who are these figures? There are 10 of them?
In layman's terms, a certain merchant in Fontaine possesses a large amount of Mora obtained through illicit means. But it's easy to get caught when you're moving that kind of cash. So you cover your tracks, create a front to avoid detection, and what do you know? Your illegal Mora now looks completely legit. And this merchant's front of choice? Fine art and antique auctioneering. He buys goods from all over Tevat, brings them back to Fontaine, and rebrands them as pieces of fine art, driving up their price in the process. Then, when the items go to auction, he buys them up at their inflated price with his own illicit funds. And through this exchange, the proceeds he receives in return are clean. This process allows him to legitimize his illicit wealth. He even launders Mora for other criminals as well, a business which earned him the title the Dark Financier. That's to be expected, I suppose. In Chenyu Vale, you can get your hands on exquisite antiques without breaking the bank. Tea sets, porcelain, jade, statues, all easily marketed as pieces of fine art. Liyue goods being used in illicit underground schemes poses a real threat to our trade standing in the long run. So, instead of getting to enjoy my long-awaited vacation in Fontaine, it's back to work for me.
Okay, Paimon thinks she gets it now. It's like moving Mora from one hand to the other. In other words, just disguising where it originally came from. But if you know what this merchant is up to, shouldn't it be pretty easy to catch him? You go to the auction, wait for him to appear, then nab him right as he goes to purchase his expensive piece of Liyue art.
Not a bad plan, Paimon. But there are too many loose ends. If you were the mastermind behind this whole scheme, would you really expose yourself as the face of the operation?
Oh, yeah. You wouldn't want to be seen doing the dirty work. You'd send someone else instead. Like, if Paimon was the bad guy, she'd send the Traveler. No, wait. Even if Paimon turned bad, the Traveler would never. Paimon would need, like, a group of minions or something. Oh. Oh! Paimon gets it now. Even if you track down the goods, if this dark financier guy isn't the one doing the buying at the auction, you won't catch him.
It's not just a matter of who's at the auction. You also have to source the goods, transport them back to Fontaine, get them to the auction house, none of which are tasks he performs himself. He has a whole crew to hide behind. Tracking down the goods is already complicated enough. They change hands so many times, the trail is almost impossible to follow. So the most logical course of action is to play the long game. You start small. You find someone you can follow behind all the smoke screens, who'll lead you straight back to the dark financier himself.
Wait, so you were just pretending? And to think, Paimon thought all that stuff about wrapping up the case and taking a break was actually true.
Right you are, Traveler. Working with the Millilith and Officer Edler, we managed to launch attacks on all of the Dark Financier's strongholds, which allowed us to nab most of his crew. Those spies just now were his most important agents, the two people he trusts to have direct contact with him. The first is Corday, a senior member of the Fontaine Antique Association, in charge of auctioning off the goods. And the other is Dodamani, a ship owner from Sumeru and longtime cargo transporter. They're under pressure to salvage the situation, so we let them slip through the cracks on purpose. The goal is to make them think that, by some stroke of luck, they're in the clear and have room to act. They think keeping tabs on Officer Edler will allow them to operate under her radar and get whatever remains of their goods out of Liyue. But little do they know, while their attention's fixed on her, I'll be secretly gathering the intel that's gonna bring them crashing down. So, interested in coming along for the ride? I'm curious how you take to this line of work. Could be some potential there.
Alright, really quick, I just want to say, yay, Yolan's voice acted. I knew she would be, but it's still nice to see that she is. The second thing is, I'm going to go downstairs and get some water and grab my ice pack for my back. It's not actually for my back, but I'm going to put it under my pillow because it is hot! And it's really nice to just use it to cool off. It's a ice pack that I used to use for my back when I was in physical therapy, so it's a really good ice pack. It's like one of those large, like really large gel type ice packs that pretty much fits your whole back. So putting it under my pillow like cools off the whole pillow. It's really cool. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and let this play out while I get those things because I'm thirsty as well.
Yeah, we kind of stumbled into this whole thing, but now we're a part of it too. Let's do it! For Yolan, for the people of Chenyavale, and for, the Liyue business world!
I admire your selflessness, Traveler and Paimon. Let me be the one to look out for your self-interests, then. Namely, your payment. How about we do this the Fontainian way? You'll get exactly what a top agent receives for a dangerous field mission. Getting started is always the hardest part, but luckily, I have a lead. The Dark Financier's crew is even more on guard than usual, so our best bet is to do some counter-surveillance to get on the right track. And I think I know just the place to start. Let's head northeast and see if I'm right.
Alright, I'm back. Ugh. Currently messing with my pillows at the moment. Putting the ice pack. See, I have two pillows that I put under my head at night. So I'm sandwiching the ice pack with both pillows, so that way each pillow gets nice and cool. And then I got this like really small head pillow that I use. So technically it's 3 pillows, but sometimes I knock the head pillow out of the way. It's just kind of like an extra layer that doesn't need to be there. I just like to mess with that. Build myself a little pillow fort for my head. Little water break. Okay. So what do we got here? Okay. Unlocks in 1 day. Unlocks after completing prerequisite. Unlocks in 1. Okay, so 2 in the next day. This might actually be 2 days, because if it's 1 day 7 hours or 1 day a couple hours or something, then that might not be available tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see, because this says 3 days right now. So that could be 3 days and like a couple hours. But yeah, I don't know. Case records. Let's see what this says. No case records. Okay. Alright, go to quest. That's all I can do. Oh wait, what's... Oh, pressing R1 does that too? I was using my analog stick. Okay. So yeah, that's really all I can do. I like the silhouette of her new outfit though. And the hair accessory. That looks really good in that silhouette. Is it a silhouette? I don't know what to call that. That little background image of Yolande. That it just looks really good. Alright, so I gotta go all the way over there. That's kind of pointless. Kind of wishing I had Farina right now. Alright, now that I'm back, I'm gonna go ahead and let me see the hair accessory. Yeah, it's not as far on the front as the silhouette would have made it look like. Oh, wait a minute, what is this? Why was this highlighted just now? Event details. Okay, that's weird that the damn icon at the top was highlighted when I already... Whatever. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and mute myself now, because I'm just gonna continue the quest.
Take it easy.
Oh my god, it's late! Alright, sorry.
All right, let's start our investigation here.
So, we can all agree this is just a normal stretch of wilderness, right? Paimon doesn't see any bad guys to nab around here.
Well, it didn't take long for you to understand our role here, Traveler. Thinking like a top agent already. Impressive. Like I said, we need to start small. If we want to track down the man himself, our best bet is to start with his goods. So right now, finding his stock is our #1 priority. And to do that, locating his hidden stronghold is imperative. Which brings us to why we're here. Pretty good vantage point from up here, don't you think?
Huh, guess so. Paimon can see the port of Elang Wharf, the boats in the distance, and some kind of tower. What's that for?
It's a lighthouse. The Millilith use it to monitor the situation at sea. In addition, the flashing of the light can also serve as a means of communication. Why not take a wild guess? See? Your intuition is spot on. The Millilith maintain an impeccable level of security in Shenyu Vale through consistent patrolling. This location offers a perfect vantage point to observe their lighthouse signals and deduce their patterns of behavior, which is a huge help if you need to move goods under the radar. So we should be able to find traces of the Dark Financier's scouts in this area.
Oh, okay. Paimon doesn't quite follow, but she'll take your word for it.
It's simple. Just take this forensic imaging device and investigate the surrounding area. As long as we're meticulous, I'm positive we'll find something. Well, all set? Remember, an eye for detail is key. Clues are often hidden in plain sight. Some good finds. Whatever door this key opens could be critical to the investigation. And this carrier pigeon tube contains several coded messages.
Huh. So there really is evidence around here. It's like these guys aren't even afraid of getting caught. What if the Millilith noticed them spying and decided to investigate?
These objects suggest the Dark Financier's scouts were likely disguised as fishermen. People like that are trained not to crack under pressure. All they'd need to do is come up with a believable excuse, like needing a place to rest. The Millilith can't investigate or apprehend a civilian without probable cause.
Paimon can just see their smug faces getting away with something like that.
Not to mention, the traces on these objects are fresh, which means the scout here is still active and wasn't among those caught by Officer Edler. So we need to stay vigilant. We can't let them know we're still on their tail. I had a hunch this area was being used as a lookout, and I was right. But that still leaves the question of where the goods are hidden. Any ideas? Spot on again, Traveler. Looks like you don't need anyone to hold your hand when it comes to deductive reasoning. Given a carrier pigeon's speed, the two locations should be close enough to deliver messages quickly. That means the base we're looking for should be within a certain radius. Ruling out areas within line of sight of the lighthouse, as well as places with a lot of foot traffic.
That just leaves the shallows to the north of Mount Mingyuan?
That certainly sounds plausible. You have the cover of the mountains, and the advantage of hiding right under the authorities' noses. Well, our next destination is decided then. Let's go.
This game's weird. She's over here saying that they're using carrier pigeons and whatnot, but this game has robot mechs. It has android people like Inefa. It has portable cameras, not even like the ones that you have to stand still for and hold for like 20 minutes just to take a picture. But yet they don't have a telephone? What the hell? Okay, I guess if you're trying to meet out somewhere in secret, this game's world building doesn't really allude to the possibility of a cell phone. But, I mean, you would think that they would have landlines by now. Carrier pigeons? Come on. Alright, that's enough for me.
Nothing out of the ordinary here, either.
That's right. No detail is too small to investigate. I believe in you. Quietly now.
A little amuse bouche.
Busted. The evidence could be even more well hidden this time. All set? All right. I know you have an eye for detail, so use it to your advantage. You've got this.
Okay, what the fuck? I was looking right at that at one point. How come it took for me to move so much just to get it to highlight? Oh, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, they just give it to you? That's stupid.
This must be it! The secret base where they stash their goods! Definitely wasn't easy to find.
Well, well. Looks like you tracked it down in no time at all. I see your potential as a solo field agent, Traveler. Now, time to test out the key we found earlier. Let's see what surprises could be in store. This isn't their home turf, so I doubt they had time to set more traps. Should make our lives easier. I'll take it from here. The last thing we want is to leave traces behind in there. Caution is the name of the game. You two keep a lookout. Make sure no one barges in while I'm in there.
You got it! This is a first for us, but the Traveler can do anything. She's got your back! Good point. Yelan doesn't make mistakes like that.
All right, that's done. I've noted the features of all the porcelain items, vases, and teas stored here. We need to keep a lookout for these features at the auction and pinpoint the person attempting to purchase the corresponding goods. Then, we can let them lead us to our main target.
Wow, that was fast! You must do that all the time, huh?
Now, we wait. There are countless auctions in Fontaine. We can't possibly monitor them all. Besides, that would be a waste of personnel. I'll continue to conduct surveillance in the area, keep tabs on the situation, and attempt to decipher their coded messages. Once his two lackeys move the goods, we can shift our focus to the upcoming auction. And then, we'll have somewhere to start.
Got it! All we can do now is wait. Wait, and then follow them straight to the guy behind this whole thing so we can give him the old 1-2 punch!
This whole time, Officer Edler has been leading her two stalkers on a wild goose chase around Chaoying Village. Once they decide it was all a waste of time, it's her turn to tail them instead. Not to mention our operation has already put them under extreme pressure. We've forced their hand. I doubt they'll last more than 2 days before making a move. So let's meet back up at Yilong Wharf in 2 days. Find me near the harbor. Navigating the world is a whole lot easier with a few different identities to choose from. Need me to come up with some for you?
Okay, that's it. Not a whole lot to do right now, so let's just check where we're at. Yeah, 11,999. Okay, cool. So 900 more Prima Gems, or 801 Prima Gems, and I'll have enough to get another 10 pull. So I'll have enough to get, excuse me, 80 pulls worth, just from Prima Gems alone. Let's see. I think I'm gonna try to do the pools now. I'm not gonna wait until Spiral Abyss resets or I get close to the end of the banner phase or anything. I'm just gonna do them now. So let's see what Silali C1 does. I only really use her on one team, but when she uses her skill, she gains the Vestments effect and until each Papa leaves the field. Okay, during this time, she will obtain 10 stacks of Stellar Blade. Excuse me. When a nearby active character other than Silali deals damage using normal, charge, or plunging attacks, or elemental skills and bursts, 1 stack of Stellar Blade will be consumed to increase the damage dealt by 200% of Silali's elemental mastery. After nearby party members trigger Frozen or Melt, Silali will gain another 3 stacks of Stellar Blade. This effect can trigger once every 8 seconds, using elemental skill to press Star Store, or reset Celebrate stacks. Additionally, when Silali uses her leap or is aiming or using her charge attack in mid-air, her phlogiston consumption is decreased by 45%. Huh, that's interesting. So, this doesn't do anything good for her. Let me see. Stellar Blade. Is that something that's already ingrained in her passive? Opal Shield. Nice online cryo damage. Base on elemental mastery. To be affected by cryo. Oh, I didn't realize that. Gains night soul points. Hmm. Okay. I'm not too impressed, honestly. Oh, I just realized I was at 11 million Mora. Interesting. I feel like I've been spending Mora regularly, and yet... Oh, because I haven't been leveling up characters. Yeah, without getting an Ifa, I didn't have any character to level up, so I didn't have to spend that much Mora. The only Mora I've been spending is sometimes on talents, but mostly artifacts. Okay, so yeah, this thing here, the Stellar Blade effect is unique to this constellation. And obtain 10 stacks of Stellar Blade. So when other characters do normal charge punching attacks or skills or bursts, one stack of Stellar Blade will be consumed and increases the damage dealt by... Oh, wait a minute. Okay, this is actually not bad. Okay, now that I read that over, I was kind of glazing over it before. I was thinking it was Sitlali's damage was increased, but it's saying when an active character other than Sitlali deals those types of damage, then their damage will be increased by 200% of Sitlali's elemental mastery, so you're always going to try to have over 1,000, or it's actually really easy for her to get over 1,000. And then when people trigger effects like Frozen or Melt, then she keeps getting more Stellar Blades. And the effect can trigger once every 8 seconds, so... Oh, but it says until Itzpapa leaves the field. So once Itzpapa leaves the field, you lose all the stacks. And then it's funny that C1 gives you a tiny bit of extra exploration quality of life. Like, come on, man. Why do you have to put that on a constellation? Alright, this is the big one, obviously. Sitlali gains 125 EM, and other characters shielded by her Opal Shield or who have Itzpapa following them gain 250 elemental mastery. That's nuts, just on its own. That's, Kazuha, I think, does 200 EM sharing on his C2 or something like that. So this just gives 250. Additionally, when the elemental skill down for star, blah 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 is used, nearby active characters will also be granted an Opal Shield. So this is the co-op effect, where everyone gets a shield. Also, the passive talent, blah 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 blah, Frigid Rain, has its effect enhanced while each pup is on the field. After a nearby opponent member triggers frozen or melt, the opponent affected by this reaction will have their pyro and hydro resistance additionally decreased by 20% for 12 seconds. So it becomes 40% increase in, or res shred in total. You must first unlock the passive talent. Okay, so yeah, this is the big one. So this gives some damage boost potential, and then this gives a whole lot of res shred and EM bonus. Like, that's fucking nuts. Okay. Yeah, if I'm gonna do the pulls, I'm not gonna waste my time trying to get Inefa. I want to try to get Sitlali constellations if I get lucky, which I don't think I am, but, you know, let's just do the 20 pulls right now and see what we get. I will not go past 20 pulls. I will not pass go. I will not collect $200. So, this is it. If I don't snag the constellation here, no biggie. We'll just stay at C0, R0. Here we go. 10. Alright, let's see if I get a Sethos. It's the only one I don't have C6 on. Oh, I got it. Okay. And for the last 10 pull, Sitlali. What'll it be? Alright, that's it. Alright, we got another Seth. Oh, and a fucking Fab Lance. Jesus. Alright, I'll take that. I mean, that's to be expected. So I'm at 40 pity now. I got 2 Sethos constellations. That's kind of funny. I don't know what my constellations... Oh, I was at... Okay, so... really close to C6 Sethos. What does C6 do? The elemental energy consumed by the passive talent, blah, 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 will be returned. This will be triggered up to once every 15 seconds. You must first unlock passive talent, Black Guys. Okay. So, I guess he loses elemental energy when he does the charge shots, so you can get 1 refund every 15 seconds. Cool, I guess. But yeah, that lets you do skill, charge shot, and then burst, and then normal attacks like crazy, because you get that 1 refund. And I believe his charge shot does do a good bit of damage in terms of his playstyle. Oh, look at that. That's a nice little constellation for a 4-star character. Even though they don't ascend with crit usually, this is kind of like their way of going, hey, look, an ascension stat. Or a crit ascension, without being a crit ascension character or whatever. I know that's not what it is, but it kind of feels that way. He ascends with EM. Okay, that's interesting. I forgot about that. Will I ever use him? Probably not. Probably not. Well, that's it. I don't got anything else to do. There's the 20 pulls, as well as the Dust of Enlightenment and Sanctifying Elixir. I now have 0 Sanctifying Elixir and Dust of Enlightenment, so I will be trying to grind out both items to 20 before I ever try to use them again. And since I already maxed out the Battle Pass, I also don't need to do the 50 wishes. Oh, look at that, the event would have given me some more progress anyway. But yeah, I don't need to do the 50 wishes, so I don't have to worry about that. So there's really just nothing left for me to do, except wait for the next patch. Oh well. Well, if you enjoyed watching this, leave a like, I guess. Doesn't matter to me. I appreciate the view, if anything else. But yeah, if you're watching this later on the live section for YouTube, feel free to leave a comment. Tell me what you think of the quest. Tell me if you think Dust of Enlightenment and Sanctifying Elixir are scams. Personally, I don't think that the Dust of Enlightenment is a scam. It certainly has its good qualities. You just need to find the right way to use it. You need to utilize it in the best way possible. And I personally think that using a Dust of Enlightenment on a circlet is the worst thing you can do. But I do like that Feathers and Flowers only cost 1. And those are probably some of the best ones you could try to re-roll. yeah, feathers and flowers are arguably the easiest things to build when you're trying to get that fourth piece or something like that. Usually it's not a feather or flower for your completed set. Usually it's the sands goblet or circlet that you're still trying to get the best in slot on. But I will say, getting a feather and a flower that has like the perfect substats and still has double crit, like, it's usually not a bad deal if you end up using a Dust of Enlightenment on that type of piece, right? So, yeah, all of the other pieces are better, how you say, there's a word I'm looking for, better investment, I guess, when it comes to what you use your feathers on. Just not the circlet. The circlet is just the worst one. If you're crit, how you say, crit farming? No. If you're crit, I don't know. If you're trying to min-max your crit on a circlet, Dust of Enlightenment is not the way to go. Just Strongbox. Hell, even Sanctifying Elixir may get you a decent piece, unlike what I got today. Sanctifying Elixir, I would say is a scam. But then I got that goblet earlier, so I mean, it could have been worse, I guess. Anyways, I'm gonna end it there. I hope your rolls were alright. I hope your wishes were okay. And, yeah. Thank you for watching. Depending on when you're watching, have a great morning, afternoon, or night. And just remember to stay happy, stay healthy, and just have fun. I hope you enjoyed my misery today, and that made you happy in some way. Don't forget that when it comes to these gacha games, you don't need to spend money to get good. Obviously, you just gotta get lucky. Alright. Peace out, everybody.